My mother, God rest her soul, she used to fix for me every birthday my favorite birthday cake. She'd pull it out of the oven and ice it, and when it was ready to serve, it often looked like a lava cake. There was one memorable year that it looked just like Mount St. Helens after it blew up. She wasn't making a lava cake either. She was making a 2-layer chocolate cake with white icing. She just couldn't get the gluten down. The gluten, of course, is the ingredient in the wheat that binds the cake together. For some reason, and she wasn't ahead of her time, she wasn't trying to bake gluten-free. That cake would just collapse. But it tasted good anyway. What binds something together? That binding agent is very important, not just for cake or baked goods, but also for communities. Got to think about that with this letter from Paul today. They've heard from Chloe's people arguments, dissensions in the community. There's problems in Corinth. And of course, he gets lost in the middle of it in the senior moment. You caught that, right? I'm glad I didn't baptize. Wait a minute, I did baptize. Let's see, Crispus and Gaius. I didn't. Well, yeah, there was this household of stuff. Well, beyond that, there may have been others, but I don't. And then he gets back to the point. You know, it's really humans. What he's doing, he's dictating this letter, and the guy that's doing the dictation is taking down every word. So he's trying to address the discord in that community. And he points out something very important. And Chloe does too. The work of community is hard work. It's hard work to come together with all of our various opinions, all of our points of view, dealing with my ego, dealing with your ego, everybody's ego, bringing us together and shaping a vision and a purpose for our community. The other thing I got to thinking about today was it's annual meeting day, right? We're going to have a lot of reports. And what kind of report would Chloe give on us? Would she say, hey, Paul, that's St. Mary's, in Chappaqua, let me tell you. Because over the years, we have had lots of opportunities to just blow apart. We have had plenty of opportunities for discord and disquiet. We've had plenty of celebrations as well. Well, we've been through 2001. That was tough. We've had disagreements within the community. Anytime you have a capital campaign and you get a big pot of money and you try to figure out what are our priorities, there's plenty of room for differing opinions. I see some people smiling about that memory. We put in the universal access. I know there were differences of opinions on how that should happen. But I also know we're still here. We are still here. In spite of the disagreements we might have had among ourselves about universal access or about refurbishing the church and the rectory and the parish hall or whatever, about Christian education or about worship, whatever, we're still here. And Chloe, I'm pretty sure, would have said, they're doing all right. I wish I could dig something up. But she wouldn't be able to. And there's one reason for that. We have a very strong binding element for this community. And it's that binding element that helps me do the hardest work of community. When I come out on the minority end of what the community wants by consensus, that binding helps me to say, okay, I give up my point of view, and I will go with what the community thinks is best. That's the hard work of community. And that binding element is in each and every one of us. I like to refer to it as the space-time cross. A little postmodern. The space-time cross that exist within you and me. And Paul talks about that as well. He says, I don't want the cross to be emptied of its power. And the power of that cross, heart, soul, mind, and body. See, we all have it. The power of that cross is the center. The center is the uncreated light of Christ that empowers me and empowers you with vision, with purpose, with meaning. And when we come together as a community, and that binding element is there, oh, we shine. We shine with great light. And the disagreements and the differences of opinion, they fall away to what our true vision and what our true purpose is, being the community of the Church of St. Mary the Virgin. And that's being true to one another and being first in giving of ourselves for others as well. Heard from Chloe, doesn't sound good. Well, my mother's cakes didn't look good. But like I said, they tasted good. Because the most important ingredient she put in that was, of course, love.